This is Yamila Guerra. It's a pleasure to be here with you every day, bringing you interesting things about cities, about countries. And I'm here in Los Angeles, and right now it's freezing. What is happening with the climate nowadays? You know what is happening, okay? So we have to be aware of our climate, okay? So pay attention to the new laws, to the actual laws that the government is doing. So, my friends, today I will talk about this gorgeous country that I admire so much, and someday I can visit too. It is Japan, and for me, it's a pleasure and a joy to connect with you every day, talking about music, dance, nutrition, beauty, history, and culture. Let's start with one of my video clips. This is a cha-cha-cha blues arrangement made by my talented brother Yamila Guerra. And Japanese people love to dance Cuban music. They love to sing and they appreciate the Cuban culture as well. So I start with this cha-cha-cha blues. I hope you connect soon. Bye.
Caminando por el Prado a las 2, se me antojó un mojito por el sol. Calor que quema, que me hace sudar. Solo la brisa calma mi pesar. Hoy necesito un beso de mi Habana tropical. Y amigos, les cuento la historia de lo que me pasó. Lentamente abrí la puerta del bar. La algarabía se hacía notar. Gente brindando al ritmo del son. Un cantinero entonces me preguntó: mojito suave, tú pide que hoy pago yo.
Solo quiero cha-cha-cha
para bailar.
Rica cha, rica cha.
1, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha.
Cha-cha-cha.
Los marcianos llegaron
Bailando rica cha.
Qué bueno está de mi Habana un cha-cha-cha. Descubrí tu silueta en el bar, mirada intensa para disfrutar. Me provocaste con sana intención. Hello, sweetie, tu boca exclamó. ¿De dónde eres? Yo le pregunté, entonces él respondió: vengo de Nueva York, ciudad de luces y show, donde nunca se duerme y los edificios tocan el sol, donde la música y el baile se funden y hacen de Broadway un espectáculo soberbio. De allí vengo y hacia el sur voy. Tú entonces dime, ¿de dónde eres tú?
De La Habana vengo yo.
Con mi tumbao.
De La Habana traigo un cha.
Qué bueno está.
Pa' bailar y gozar.
Atrévete un poco más.
Rica cha.
Es mi cha-cha-cha. De La Habana vengo yo. De La Habana vengo yo.
Con la bingo fuera con la gozadera. Yo te traigo un cha-cha-cha. Pa' que baile hasta tu abuela.
Ritmo de mi Cuba bella. fíjate, después de tomarnos un mojito, él me pidió bailar y resulta que de repente no sabía bailar ni cha-cha-cha, ni mambo, ni son, ni guaracha, nada de nada. Es un patón, patón. Te lo regalo, mi amiga. Tú ríete que yo bailo y gozo. Con mi tumbao
De La Habana traigo un cha,
qué bueno está.
pa' bailar y gozar.
Atrévete un poco más.
Rica cha,
Es mi cha-cha-cha. De La Habana vengo yo. De La Habana vengo yo.
traigo guaramo frío y dulce que es de mi tierra pa' que goces tú.
Guarapo de mi tierra pa' que goces tú.
I love it, my friends. This guarapo rhythm makes me crazy. A mí me gusta el guarapo, Berlantillana. Si te quiero con el pico divertir. Woo, my friends, how do you do? Well, let's talk right now in miracle. No, no miracle diet. No. This is cruel mirror. Okay, let's talk about these 7 easy daily routines, Japanese women have practiced that have been proved long-lasting beauty effects. Let's start with the exfoliation with azuki beans. What are azuki beans? They are red little beans, and from the Nara period 710 794, Japanese women have used this bean not only in their diet but also for exfoliation. They use, and they do already, they continue doing this kind of paste with the red bean. They put a little bit of water. They do some massage in their faces in a circular motion, and then they leave it for some minutes and rinse off with warm water. It's wonderful, for example, if you have acne prone skin, also if you have some wrinkles, small wrinkle, not deep wrinkles, okay? Also if you have your pores clogged, this is another incredible thing for remove all the dead skin cells. Let's continue with more interesting things and maintain a traditional balanced diet. Yes, Japanese people give a lot of importance to diet. What you eat also give you the beauty in outside, and they are all connected, the inside beauty and outside beauty as well. And they have a very, very traditional principle, and the name is Ishiyu Sansai. What is the Ishiyu Sansai? That is mandatory, my friends, that in every lunch, in every dinner, you have to have 1 soup with 3 vegetable dishes, plus rice and fish. Let's analyze what we eat in my house right now. Lately, we started to do soups in my house because a lot of people here are doing some diets. So we see soups every day in my household. But we need to include the 3 vegetable dishes because in the Western society, we tend to do like a salad, a big plate of salad for everybody. But in this case, the Japanese people suggest they practice, this is not a suggestion for them. They practice. It's a suggestion for us, okay? They practice this principle, 3 vegetable dishes beside the soup, and rice and fish. You know very well that fish is the main protein they consume in Japan, and meat is in the second place. So in the first place is fish, different kind of fish and seafood. So why they love to do that? Because they believe that if you do this principle, you're gonna have a good balance in your nutrition, in your beauty, in your lifestyle, and it will help you to be healthier. So the next thing is nourish the skin with rice bran. They love rice. They consume the rice, as you know, in sushi, also in other plates. And the rice, Comenuca, this particular rice brand, Comenuca, has a lot of antioxidants and essential nutrients. This rice bran powder, yes, has been used in scrubs, for your face, for your body as well. They do facials and body treatment using the rice bran. Why? Because it can avoid, for example, premature aging. You can remove blemishes from your skin and also leave your skin tone tight and soft. Oh my goodness, I love this Japan. Ay, Dios mío. So Comenuca, let's try to find some Comenuca producer, please. I need to find out where is located the Comenuca on internet. Okay, they drink, the famous matcha green tea, but also they use the leaves, for example, in the bath ritual. They love to bath every day. So they include these leaves, in this fabulous bath. They are not like us that we go to the bath, we take a shower, very fast shower, because we want to save money. So we have to save water as well, very important. And we spend around 5 minutes, taking a shower. Well, Japanese people gives the bath, an incredible importance. For example, they enter in the bath, they do like a vapor bath, like a sauna inside their bathroom, and they include oils, and they use the green tea leaves in that water, in that bath, to tone their skin, also to moisturize the skin. It is incredible, and for relaxing as well. We can find, for example, in Japan, that they have the onsen, is the natural hot springs that they have in certain parts of the country, and the sento, that the sento are public bath houses, and you can find centers, throughout city center, resort, and even unattended open air spots. Oh my goodness, you can go, open air, and you can see people taking a bath, for relaxing, also for a scrub. Incredible. Oh my goodness. I would love to try, some of these baths, if I go to Japan. Okay, another important thing is eat, love, and worship Tsubaki oil. And again, another important oil for their skin, for the hair. The Tsubaki oil is the camellia oil that we know very well in the Western society. Embrace vitamin C. This is a supplement they take, and also they eat a lot of fruits, for example, acerola, yuzu, kaki, parsley, bell pepper, broccoli, goya, and kiwi. They love to consume it because they know the importance of vitamin C for collagen supply, for maintaining the bone density, for general health. This is wonderful. And the last one, but not the least, okay, is that the Japanese people believe that we all have a beauty within. And what is the unseen beauty? It's not the exterior beauty, is the interior beauty. And they call this beauty Mienai Oshari. Mienai Oshari, and what it means that the person has to reflect a poise, a confidence, a warm energy, a joyful energy. I love, for example, when I meet Japanese people, they are smiling, yes, and they do this. I love this gesture. It's so good. You can feel the humility and the warm personality of Japanese people, regarding their traditions, regarding their strict laws with families and other very conventional things that they have in that society. But when you meet Japanese people, I found them very polite, very I have to say, humble, okay? They are open and they are smiling no matter what is happening in their lives. They are smiling. They are so open to you. And I love that from Japanese culture, okay? So I admire the positive things of all cultures. Everybody has, some mistakes or some things that maybe we don't like it, but every culture, every nation, every country has positive things, no matter where, no matter what. Okay, so let's continue to one of my sponsors, and his name is Fadel Brieva.
mambo, mambo.
Friends, I have here in Mapamundi, oh my goodness, interesting things about Japan. And Japan, as you all know, is an island nation. But how many islands are in Japan? Do you think about it? Okay. Okay, how many? 6,852 islands. I didn't know about this. Incredible. 430 of those islands are inhabited, okay? And Japanese people call these islands ghosts, okay? Tokyo is the most populated city in the world. Oh my goodness, this is incredible. How many people? 38,140,000 habitants. Incredible. And the United Nations expects the city to hold, that title until 2030. Beautiful. People are hired to push people inside of trains during rush hour. This is something very, very interesting. The Japanese government have to hire people to push other people inside. So about 57% of the population living in Tokyo use the public transportation. That is the reason they have to hire, other people to push, to accommodate all of them. So you see them, in the movies or the documentaries. All these people, are touching each other, and their faces are here in the window, in the doors. It is incredible. In the subway, and these people who are hired by the government are transit pushers. Oh my goodness, I wanted to know what is the salary of these transit pushers. Okay, there are more pets than children in Japan. This is incredible. Back in 2013, yes, Goldman Sachs found that there were more registered pets in Japan than were children. How many pets are in Japan? 21.3 million dogs and cats. Oh, incredible. And registered 16.5 million children below 15 years old. Oh my God, they don't want to have children? Oh, they prefer pets. Incredible. Another interesting thing is that they have millions of vending machines, and they sell everything from food to sex toys. It is incredible. This vending machine here in the USA, it's nothing in comparison to Japan vending machine. They can sell full meals. They can sell cigarettes, magazine, flowers, drinks, etc. This is something very interesting. Wow. Another very, very important matter is that crime in Japan is relatively non-existent. Wonderful, beautiful. And it is the second lowest country homicide rate in the world. Beautiful, beautiful. So Tokyo is one of the safest countries on the planet, with almost no street crimes. My daughter wants to go to Japan all the time. She asks me, Mama, I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Tokyo. I want to go to Tokyo. She's obsessed with the Japanese culture. I understand her because of the animations, because of the toys. It is incredible. It's fascinating, this culture, Baseball is the most popular sport. Yes, my friends, almost everybody from children to adults are involved in this sport. 33% of sport fans watch baseball, in the country, and they love to go to the stadium or from, their TVs. It's incredible. Another important thing, and I found it very fascinating, is the bondage, was created in Japan back in 1400. Police use the bondage, and the name was shibari. They use the bandage, the rope bandage, because they wanted to hold the prisoner captive. They didn't use any metal chain, any metal or iron, disgustive tool, to put it here or in the feet. No, no, no. They prefer to do it softly. They prefer to do it in a different way. So the police used to tie all the prisoner with the rope bandage. Very, very interesting. The samurais were another people that use the bondage to treat their prisoners well. This culture is very focused in the honor, in the responsibility. I admire a lot Japanese culture. And you see, when you read about the samurais, how were the samurais, their education, their training, I am fascinated with them. So in the late 800s, they started to use the bondage in a different way. So, and the shibari. So they started to use the bondage in the bedroom, with your lover, with your husband, or your wife. Okay, and they started to create knots in the bandage. They position of some knots to give pleasure in certain pleasure points, in the body, and can stimulate sensuality and strength. Oh my goodness, this is so very interesting. I have to find out what is that. Yes, in the deepest way. So my friends, these are very interesting thing about Japanese culture. And let's go to dance. Son cubano. Okay, estampas de mi barrio. This is a video clip I filmed in Havana, Cuba 1 year ago. Enjoy.
En la cuadra de mi barrio, en alturas de la Lisa, la gente no tiene prisa, viven tranquilo y despacio. En la calle vendedores anuncian su mercancía con tremenda algarabía, gritando con voz en cuello, porque hasta pasa un camello rugiendo como un tranvía, y pasa un P5 también. Lo mismo venden escobas, aguacates, mamoncillos, ajos pelados, maíz, lechugas, mangos, flautín. Las ventas no tienen fin y hasta venden calzoncillos. Amigos míos, estas son las estampas de mi barrio. Ay chico, qué calor, esto está del carajo, mi piel parece un tasajo. Ahorita empieza el concierto de Marixa y el Gago, todo metiéndole al trago. Si el camello se te fue, espérate un almendrón pa' que te lleve al vedado. Guarapo de caña, bien frío y dulce, de lo que quiero yo. Dame más guarapo. Frutas, ¿quién quiere comprarme frutas del caney? Oye, dame 3 mangos pa' acá. Mamoncillo, qué sabroso, en la tarde me vayas a dormir sin comerte un cucurucho de maní. Dale mambo y alí. Hey. A mí me gusta el mamey, guanábanas, platanitos, el mango, la chirimoya. Dile a Catalina que te compre un gallo, que dame un traguito ahora. Yo bailo con la punta del pie de mi tierra. Con mi tumbao,
De La Habana traigo un chat
qué bueno está.
para bailar y gozar.
Atrévete un poco más. Es mi cha-cha-cha. De La Habana vengo yo. De La Habana vengo yo.
Traigo guaramo frío y dulce que es de mi tierra pa' que goces tú.
Guarapo de mi tierra pa' que goces tú.
Yes, my friends, I have here the miracle diet. Ah, some interesting, some delicious, some incredible Japanese dishes. Oh my God, I have here in Los Angeles, California, an incredible restaurant called Katsuya. Oh my goodness, it's a little bit expensive, but it's worth it. The quality, the flavor is so different from the other Japanese restaurant as well. The producer has never been there, so some of this day I think she needs to go to compare the standard with the best. So in terms of money, I think the difference is between $20, but in terms of quality and flavor, is something from day to night. Incredible. So we have the sushi, this famous plate, and I love to eat the sushi, with the soy sauce, with the fish. I'm allergic to, for example, lobster, crab, shrimp, but I love salmon. I love albacore, tuna. These are my favorite when I eat sushi. And also I put a little bit of wasabi, this famous, paste. Okay, and here in Google, I found out that when you eat sushi, you have to be careful not to put a lot of soy sauce in the rice and not in the fish. You have to, put a little bit on the fish and a little bit on the rice, not too much soy sauce in the rice. Be careful with that because they say you can change the original taste of the neta. So let's continue to the sashimi. Is a fish dish, but without the rice, and I love to consume it, with veggie, with the original, the original algae that they have, kelp. They have different. I don't remember the name of these algae. One of them is kelp, very very famous in Japanese cuisine. But I love to eat the salmon sashimi all the time. I'm asking. I wanted to know this salmon comes from which ocean, with coast, Pacific Ocean or Atlantic Ocean, because I prefer to consume Atlantic Ocean salmon. And wild, okay, wild, not from the farm that they put colors, they added colors. I don't know why they added colors. If the salmon is orange or light orange, I don't know why they love to put colors inside the animal, inside the fish. No, I don't like that. So I have to mention also the famous miso soup, part of their principle that always Japanese eat the soup first and then the three vegetable dishes later and rice and fish. The miso soup It's a wonderful start when you go to a Japanese restaurant and they put the green onion, they put a piece of tofu, and it's something so warm to your body. It prepares your stomach to receive, the fish and the other products, other ingredients. I have to mention also that. They have the famous udon noodle, the udon noodle that are thick noodle, and they prepare a wonderful broth with seafood or fish. Also, they put a broiled egg inside. I love that. Green onion, another kind of Japanese vegetable that I think is ingredients, and they prepare this udon noodle, so tasty, and it's very big. The plate, I think it's you take the udon soup, and then you're not gonna need any other dish beside that. I think it is wonderful. Another important, for example, dish they have is the bento box, and they put a little bit of vegetable. They put the tempura, the famous tempura, that it is a vegetable. They do some kind of breaded, some kind of flour, and they put in the bento box, and the cod is very delicious. It's very, very different from the cod we tend to eat, from the market, that is very salty. They do like a specific treatment to that fish, the cod, that is not salty. Because when I try the cod in a Japanese restaurant, it's not salty at all. It's very interesting. I think they put a sweet sauce on it because to reduce the salty taste of the cod. In almost, I think in all of them, they are not very strong in desserts. For example, they have the green tea ice cream, they have the mochi ice cream that my kids love them, and they are not very strong in dessert. In some restaurant, for example, they love to prepare chocolate lava cake, and they put aside some vanilla ice cream. The Japanese are not very very focused in the dessert. They prefer to be very creative, and they have a lot of variety, in terms of salty dishes, and all the noodles they have. Also, the kind of, for example, of rolls they can prepare, because they can name every roll, rainbow roll, California roll. Every roll has its own specifics, its own ingredients, and it is incredible. In Katsuya, that it is my favorite Japanese restaurant in Los Angeles. I love to consume like a tuna, a spicy tuna cake, but it's not the cake you think, sweet with flour. No, no, it's a cake they prepare like a baked tuna. In the top, and also in the bottom they put some rice, and it is hot. It is something very very delicious. In this restaurant as well, and Japanese cuisine, they love to add truffle. And when you have truffle, for example, in a Japanese plate, is gonna cost you around $15 more. I tried the truffle in the past in this restaurant, and for example, if the plates normally cost $20, if you add the truffle, it's gonna cost you $35. One plate is very very expensive. I love to eat in Japanese restaurant, and specifically this one, because they are very polite. They are very joyful when you enter in any Japanese restaurant, they say hi. They say the Japanese word. I don't know the meaning. I think it's hello, how are you, something like that. And also I like to receive from them, the warm towel, all the chopstick or everything. They are very, very polite in this restaurant. You can see, for example, in the standard restaurant that the service is not very well, but they charge you a lot. So this is something that you have to appreciate when you go to a restaurant, when you visit a restaurant. How is the service? How is the waiters? Do they serve well? Are they polite? Are they good with me? How do they treat me? So it's very important when I go to a restaurant. And in Japanese restaurant, in general, they have good service. But I'm trying to get the best of the best service, the exceptional service. And this one has it. It's very important to try. It's very important to visit and to eat. And you're gonna have like an opinion, because this is very important to have an opinion about why is this one is bad, why is medium, or why is this restaurant so good, because there are differences. And in terms of money, it's just $20. And also I can apply, for example, to Italian restaurants. The top Italian restaurant in Los Angeles, in comparison to the standard Italian restaurant, the difference is just $25, and that's it. But in terms of quality, service and flavor, the difference is so big that I prefer definitely to go to the best of the best restaurant, no matter if it costs me $25 more. So my friends, because I'm looking for the experience, this is not only the food that I'm taking in my mouth, I'm putting in my mouth, I'm going to the restaurant for the experience. I go there and sit down and experience the service. I experience the decoration. I experience so many things through my senses, my friends. That for me is very important, which restaurant I'm going to, okay? There are restaurants that I repeated all the time, because they are very, very good. And there are others that are not good, so I'm not going there anymore. So you have to be very, very careful and try to be, try to have some awareness about what is the best, what is the medium, or what is the lowest, So my friends, thank you so much. And let's continue with this video clip I filmed in Havana, Cuba 1 year ago. And the name is La vida es un carnaval.
Todo aquel que piense que la vida es desigual tiene que saber que no es así. Hay que vivirla. Que la vida es una hermosura. es cruel. Para aquellos que hacen la guerra. Todo aquel que piensa que la vida siempre es cruel, tiene que saber que no es así, que tan solo hay momentos malos. Todo pasa. Todo aquel que piensa que esto nunca va a cambiar, tiene que saber que no es así, que al mal tiempo buena cara y todo cambia. Ay, no hay que llorar, que la vida es un carnaval y es más bello vivir cantando. Ay, no hay que llorar, que la vida es un carnaval y las penas se van cantando. Ay, no hay que llorar, que la vida es un carnaval y es más bello vivir cantando. Ay, no hay que llorar, que la vida es un carnaval y las penas se van cantando. Ven pa' la fiesta, ven ponte a bailar, deja los problemas, oye, goza la vida, no hay que llorar, oye, hay que vivir cantando. La vida es un carnaval, suena la guitarra y ahí. Para aquellos que se quejan tanto, para aquellos que solo critican, para aquellos que usan las armas, para aquellos que nos contaminan, para aquellos que hacen la guerra, para aquellos que viven pecando, para aquellos que nos maltratan, para aquellos que nos contagian. Es para reír, para gozar, para disfrutar. La vida es un carnaval, todos podemos cantar. Ay, señores, todo aquel que piense que la vida es cruel, nunca estará solo, Dios está con él. Es carnaval, vamos a vacilar, todo el mundo. Lai, 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 la. Lai, 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 la. Lai, 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 la. Con mi tumbao,
De La Habana traigo un chat
qué bueno está.
para bailar y gozar.
Atrévete un poco más.
Rican chat.
Es mi cha-cha-cha. De La Habana vengo yo. De La Habana vengo yo.
That I have to talk about, of course, Japanese art, and this is very important for me, because I have learned art of Japanese, artists, and for example, one of the most important pieces is the Great Wave of Kanagawa. It's a woodblock print, very important, by Katsuchika Hokusai. 1760 to 1849. You know, he was born in 1760 and died in 1849. It's one of the most famous Japanese artworks that maybe you have seen it, you know, in many teachers, in many movies, documentaries, you know, promotions, publicities, etc. And it is, you know, you can see the importance of nature in Japanese culture. And in this print, you can, you know, be delightful with the majestic Mount Fuji. Let's go to the Zen and tea ceremony. That it is not what you think that it is, because they enjoy the moment they start to doing this tea ceremony, the Zen, the moment of being in the present, the moment of now is what they are focused. When you take the tea, well, it's the last part, but they enjoy this ceremony a lot and has a profound influence on the history of Japanese art and craft. Let me tell you. And a lot of families practice the Zen and tea ceremony, and they have these social occasions. They are very, very traditional society, and they give a lot of importance, you know, to this ritual. And they have for sure this beautiful china, you know, beautiful cups specifically for the tea ceremony. They are very humbly decorated and polished, and you know the implements they use, you know, since they started, it is incredible. The art of samurai, and maybe most of the people think the samurai is the warrior and they are rough. No, 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 my friend. The samurai had to have artistic skills as well. They were warriors to the noble, you know, Japanese, you know, emperors, you know, the noble family, and they they value, you know, the noble family value the artistic skill of the samurai. So they were trained in the artistic field as well, and also they were trained, you know, to fight, to dominate the arms, etc. Beautiful. The Edo beauty in ukiyo-e prints the Edo era, one of the most important in art, 1615 and 1868, is a long, long period of extraordinary stability in Japan. The Edo society was becoming, and cities booming, and cities expanded on unprecedented scale. Is very, very important, and you can see the art in for example, in peasants, in farmers. You can have at that era. The artisan developed, and they started to create it, you know, the craft, the beautiful Japanese craft. We continue to the rise of Japanese ceramics, beautiful china, plates, pots, vases. You can see, for example, if you go to stores, you know, antique stores, you can be delighted by these vases with Japanese print. They are very, very important and date back to the Neolithic era. Remember, the earliest piece of Japanese art come from the Jomon period, 14,000 to 300 before Christ. Imagine that. The other important Japanese art is the splendor of Meiji. The Meiji Restoration in 1868 marked a turning point in Japanese history, and it is incredible. The Meiji and Taisho era, they were very different, but they have something in common in many aspects. It is incredible. They've been from the feudal to the military era, and Japan, you know, was from that the feudal and the military, and then the modern and the modernization and westernization. Japan was able to flow in every era very well. They were capable to adapt to, to technology, to modern machinery, to modern, the westernization, okay, under the leadership of the Emperor Meiji, okay. Remember, China was in Japan for a lot of years, so they were very, very influenced by Chinese culture as well. So my friends, thank you so much for me. It's been a pleasure and a joy to bring you all this knowledge, about culture, art, history, interesting things, beauty, tips, nutrition about this incredible country, Japan. Thank you so much, and remember, I'll be back on Monday at 1:30 for English speakers, Pacific Coast, and 4:30 for East Coast. Thank you so much, and welcome to the Yamila Guerra Show.
Con mi tumbao,
De La Habana traigo un chan,
qué bueno está.
pa' bailar y gozar.
Atrévete un